All right, time to set this thing up on the lathe. Here we go. So what I'm doing here is I'm measuring from the bed ways up to the center point on the spindle and to the center point on the cutter to make sure that both the same measurement. The cutter can be slightly under that, but you don't want it too far under. It will do damage to the drum shell, if not destroy it. I learned that from experience. Right here I'm using a carpenter square to square up the faceplate with a Vega duplicator. That's the piece of equipment that I use to turn the drum shell, making sure that I have a straight cut all the way across that's parallel to the drum shell. And now after tightening down the props that hold up the Vega duplicator, I'm just double checking to make sure nothing is moved. I do it from the back side of the faceplate as well as from the front side of the shell. Here I'm setting the depth of cut by spinning the shell and seeing where the cutter makes contact with it, and that's going to be my initial cut. Okay, and now I'm just double checking to make sure that that cutter is just barely kissing the drum shell there. And now I'm getting ready to measure the diameter and see how close I am to the finished dimension. Once I'm at the diameter I need to be before sanding, I also measure the circumference with a seamstress tape on both ends of the drum shell to make sure that it's concentric. Okay, so now I've got my XY table in position and I'm squaring it up with the drum shell, and I'm going to begin cutting the inside diameter. Okay, here I'm just going to set the depth of cut just like I did on the outside diameter, and I've also got to spin the lathe in the opposite direction since I'm cutting from this side now. Okay, here I'm going to take a measurement on the thickness of the shell. I know I'm not there yet, but I want to see how close I am. Turns out I'm at 3/4 of an inch thick, so I've got a little ways to go. Okay, I've got it about where it needs to be. I'm going to use this tool to measure the thickness of the shell all the way across and make sure I'm the same thickness on one end as the other, thereby being fully concentric. Now I'm going to do a final check to make sure that the thickness of the shell is where I want it to be, which is right at 1/2 inch.
All right, that's going to do it for today. So no catastrophes there. It takes a lot longer to turn the inside diameter of the shell, especially when it was thicker than it needed to be. So in any case, it came out well. I don't see any gaps in any of the lines here on the staves. And so the next step, and I got it the thickness that I want, which is 1/2 inch. The next step will be to sand this on the lathe inside and out, but I'm going to save that for tomorrow or maybe Monday or something like that. But so far so good. So we'll catch you guys next time.